Another little side project I'm doing is oil spill remediation, but not with a chemical like Corexit. It's actually a non-mechanical. So if there's an oil spill, these supply vessels would have a pump that would just centrifuge a pump, and then it would activate
Okay.
after about 5 minutes of an oil spill and start like lawn mowing the oil.
Okay.
And then an inflatable bladder would come, you just pump it in, and then there's no displacement. So currently, our Canadian government has a chemical called Corexit that is the official oil spill remediation.
Okay. What does it do and how does it work?
Kills microbes and falls to the bottom of the ocean, out of sight, out of mind. So ExxonMobil is the one that creates Corexit. So you're basically allowing a major oil company to be in charge of oil spill.
And they get paid for it too. So
They get paid.
It's almost as if they could be like, oh, how do we increase how much money is in our bottom line this quarter? Oh, maybe we'll just spill something and get hired to clean it up and then get some extra revenue. That's insane.
Right.
That's
so
crazy.
Atlantic Canadians, like, lobster, scallops, like one oil spill in these waters. And now that the Arctic is opening up, and say goodbye to your livelihood, say goodbye to your leisure on a beach, Rainbow Haven, Crystal Crescent, any of those are going to
hot spots.
That oil is going to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So once again, like you go down that rabbit hole. We were talking about rabbit holes earlier, and I was naive to think what would happen for an oil spill in Canada. And then I met a gentleman, and he owns a company, and for the last 15 years, he's been trying to get his technology into the Coast Guard, into Canadian, into Ottawa, basically. And nope.
It's a hard slog to get past I don't know if you want to say the money men or whatever.
It's always the money.
Yeah. Follow the money, I guess, as they say.
Follow the money.
Yeah. This is totally an aside, but back in university, when my wife was doing biotech stuff, she was actually working on this project. This was back in like 1998 or 1999 about these actually developing a specific types of bacteria that you can deploy into oil fields or oil spills that would actually almost eat the oil and just be able to biodegrade it internally into something else. Have you heard of anything like that in your?
Yeah, in the oil patch, we had it's like sawdust almost, where if there was a spill off the wellhead, you would put this powder or the sawdust down, and like you said, it would eat it.
Okay, so it's like there's a biochemical thing in the dust. Okay,
yeah. And I don't know exactly if this Corexit does something similar, but I think it adheres to it and then it sinks to the bottom of the ocean.
Okay, yeah, that might be a little different, but yeah, it's not getting rid of it in a sense, right? Because it's attaching to the oil on the spill, and then it's just making it more dense than seawater and just sinks to the bottom.
Exactly. So from the BP spill in California to Florida, like there's a layer of oil on the bottom of the ocean that's just sitting there. Yeah. It doesn't go away.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
That's gonna be there for what oil? That's like millions of years, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It just sits there.
Exactly. Plastics and oils, which is oil, plastics.
Yeah. The whole microplastics is a whole other thing that's getting into the water and whatever. I've heard stuff people are talking about it. It's in everything. Like everyone's body, like breast milk, it's getting in infants that are like just being born, it's just everywhere. And it into our brains as well too, because I guess it's pretty fat soluble. So it kind of collects in our brains.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy to think.
And that's probably why all these, mental health issues are happening.
Just another thing to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's crazy.